Loading this up. Yeah. Should be live like any moment, honestly. All right, we are live.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna start and once again, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of the awesome people from wherever you are watching this session. So welcome back to the another episode of Awesome Podcast, I'm really excited. This is Shubham, and I'm gonna be your host for today's episode. So I'm really happy to see you guys after the last week episode, and that was really a blast. It was blast opening. Yeah, I should say that. Today's episode is gonna be a blast, as there will be some live coding session, and this will be, I guess, our first time on the Awesome Podcast. So the project name is Awesome Tic Tac Toe. So to give you the context of or the outline of the today's episode, we will be writing a tic-tac-toe game in React and then putting it on AWS with serverless framework. And we will be using React, Next.js, and serverless. And then we will be using S3 and Lambdas to upload the application. So yeah, in throughout the session, we are gonna get cool bunch, or we are gonna get a cool bunch and learn many new things. So let's start, guys. Over to you, Tom and Brian. Once again, you guys rock.
I'm super excited, Shobha. This is gonna be awesome. And Tom, this is like we've been talking about this for like past few weeks. Been doing a lot of trial and error, so this is gonna be fun. I'm really excited.
Definitely, I'm really looking forward to this. This is our first live coding session. We promised this last week, guys, so we're bang on. We're well up for it, and we're on with tic tac toe. So full disclosure, we're starting off with tic tac toe. People might know it from the React.js tutorial, and we've got our own little twist on this. We've got our functional components as opposed to class-based components, which are on the tutorial. We'll include a link in the just below for the tutorial. Cool. So yeah, let's get cracking.
Awesome. Let's do it. All right. So what's our first step? Try to get some NextJS going. All right, so it should be in there. And Tom, remind me. So we're gonna do I think Next.js, or what is it? NPX.
NPX create -next -app, and then the name of our app, which can be tic tac toe.
Oh yeah, tic tac toe.
--use -npm. This is on this link that I've just slacked you, Brian. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let me just make sure I got that in the other window.
Yeah, I'm just reading out from there. It's the second one on that. So this is the Next.js starter, guys. So yeah, we'll try and get a bit better with sharing the links straight away, but we'll include them in the link underneath our YouTube. And if you go to Next.js /learn/basics /create -next.js-app /setup. We're on lesson number 2, and we're just looking at how to create this Next.js app from scratch.
Awesome.
And
I always love watching when it's loading all of the things that it's installing. It's so fast. Look at all this stuff.
Yeah, loads of stuff. It's a huge API, isn't it? Really, it's massive.
Yeah, honestly. All right. So it looks like we got this. Got node modules, pages all set up. Cool. Excellent. I think we're ready to start this. Yeah.
Yeah, so in pages, we've got our index.js, and that's where the app is run. So just for fun, we could do our npm run dev, couldn't we, just to see it at the moment? Npm install, have we done that?
Yeah, let me just make sure that I do that again. Have my trusty notes of how to set this up.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, cool. All right.
Let's go to look at the package.json.
Oh yeah.
And we've got npm run dev, isn't it? Because we're going to do the run dev, I think. Yeah.
Or is it next start? No. It happened last time.
So where are you in the right? Are we in the right folder? Awesome tic-tac-toe game. So you need to cd into tic-tac-toe.
Oh yeah. I think it actually copied this into the name of it.
That's all right. So
there we. Oh what? No.
This is what it's all about, though, guys. Public learning. So we're getting there.
I know. I'm actually. Can I rename the name just so that it's tic-tac-toe?
Yeah.
It's a little bit easier.
Excellent. Yeah, I didn't read it out very well. Sorry about that.
No, all good. This is actually honestly good because I feel like a lot of people, when they have errors, they're like, "What do I do?"
Yeah, exactly.
Like tutorials are sort of like perfect, and then of course it's never perfect. So then you never know like really what's going on.
So we need to do npm install again, don't we?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, it should actually go into this, I think.
Yeah, because we're in that folder now, aren't we?
Yeah, it still has the old name, but hopefully that's okay. But yeah, I always get so frustrated when I see these tutorials that it's like a perfect test. They tested this like 20 times. They know it down, and of course nothing's ever perfect.
Well, actually, yeah, they are sometimes. Yeah. So no, still stay in that folder. Yeah.
I just want to make sure because it had like.
Oh yeah, of course.
NPM. So now we're gonna try next.start or npm.
npm run dev. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So it's already in use. So do ls of -i. I've got that command. Otherwise, you can check on your activity monitor. But I'm just going to do ls of -i 3000. I want to destroy. I want to kill that because you're still running it on a different window, aren't you?
Oh, let me pull that up because that might be why. Yeah, good call. Where's the other one? Actually, I don't know if it is because I think I closed that up. But let me.
It's still running. ls of -i tcp colon 3000. Yeah, cool. You got it.
All right, I'm just gonna cut this. Cool, and I'm cutting the other one. Okay. Maybe now we try or.
Yeah, npm run dev. Nice.
Whew, okay. Yeah. That was it. Okay. Yeah, this is the real part of coding. It's like when things don't go right. Like, what do you do?
Yeah. Good stuff.
Demo gods are with us.
Oh my gosh.
Excellent.
Sweet. All right, so that's cool. So we just deployed our first app.
Yeah,
well, so not deployed it locally, but
yeah. Cool. So that's really cool. So we're going to build our tic-tac-toe within that, aren't we? We're just going to make it in there.
Exactly.
So we're going to add a game class. So we're going to add a new folder to this, and we're going to create a components folder.
Keep everything together, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Sweet.
And I'm just so then in our components folder, we're going to start with the game class. So the game class, we're just going to create our functional component. Brian, I'm gonna put that in the Slack to you. Yeah.
Sweet.
Just this is the code for that.
Okay. Awesome. And what should our name of this be, you think?
So it's going to be components, our folder, and then we're going to have a game.js folder, game capital G .js
Sweet.
file. Yeah, that's great. And this has got a board as well. So that's interesting. So then we're going to get our board function. Now this one's a bit longer, but I'm going to copy it to you, Brian, and then we can talk about what's in it.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I think that'll be helpful for people to really like what's the...
Cool. And is there anything that springs to mind for us with this game one at all, do you think?
So can you say that one more time?
Just thinking about this game one just in the meantime. Can we have a look at the game one briefly?
Yeah, of course. Let me just pop that in. Oh, well, this is a lot
Excellent.
longer.
Yes, this is quite a lot more. Let's look at the game one as well.
Yeah.
So what's in the game one? So we've got a function game. Now in our index.js, what we could do just for the moment is we could cut out that board thing.
When you said index, are we looking at next, or are we looking at?
So that one, index.js, we put that beside it. So what I did is I just put under the h1, I put the reference to the game class, the game function component, just under the h1 in the index. So underneath h1 on the right hand side, yeah, excellent. So just underneath there, I had the chevron and then game, and then / close chevron.
Right,
this is to show people capital G.
Like game. Oh,
yeah. We don't need the other one, so we just close it. Yeah, exactly. And then close the other one. Excellent. Kill that. Brilliant. And is that being imported at the top?
Let's add that. Yeah, good call.
Cool. And do we need the curly brackets? I don't think we need it necessarily, but it's quite nice to include those curly brackets around the game. From / component / components. Yeah, instead of just
dot. Yeah. Cool. I always mess that up with the ... I'm always like testing both of them.
Excellent. What's going on there then? So is that... So that's bringing in the game. Is it? Well, I think we need the curly brackets around the game because we need to destructure the... that's good. Then we've got into the game class, so we can cut out the board import for the moment, or just comment it out. And then we could comment out the board bit as well. There's a board bit down here on line 7.
Oh, because we need the board, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent. Should we put some text in there just to show that that's being brought in?
Yeah.
In the game, in this game one. So we could just put in that div on the left-hand side. No, on the left-hand side. So
let's do
excellent.
Be like, hey.
Nice.
All right, let's see what happens there. Hey, look at that.
Wicked. Excellent. Nice one, Brian.
There we are, all of us.
Yeah. And Shubham, top. So now we've got this, so now we can see that that's being brought in. So that's kind of, perhaps for some people, that's a bit React 101, but it's nice. It's good. We're kind of seeing this. So that's good fun. So now we can go one deeper, can't we? Because we're not quite following the order of this, the tic-tac-toe tutorial, but we're going to just, we're just going to do a shortened version here. So we're back in our components, and we can see at the top what we've commented out from the game class is the board, isn't it? So we want to, because in our components, we have a game, we also have a board, and then we have a square, and there's an index.css as well. So this is all, I'm just literally reading out from my my GitHub version of it, which I've done before. So I'm slightly cheating because not everyone's had a chance to look at this. So we've done our game, and now we can, I think logically, we can just put in the code for each of those other ones, can't we, Brian? Yeah.
So I can see like square, we're going to want to add that.
Yeah. So we can just copy those in. Yeah, sorry guys, it's not going to be a huge, it's a work in progress in our tutorial skills. So we're going to get better. But yeah, this is our board. Cool. So the board has a few different elements. We thought we might tell you a little bit about the difference between the functional and class-based components, because this is nice to compare. So class-based components, we've got to use this.props, and it's a little bit more complex with the syntax. So for our functional-based components that we've built here, it's we've got the opportunity to use the props from each of our functions that we're passing down, and we've also got access to these use state and these events from the React API, which is really useful. And we use use state here a couple of times. So use state for deciding if next is who is next, X or O, and then also we've got this set squares array, which we use below, which is for each of the squares of our tic-tac-toe game. Yeah, of course, it's 9 squares, isn't it? Because it's all of the squares that we can choose.
Exactly.
So that's cool. And there's a little bit of logic in there as well in terms of our render square function. And yeah, that's the awkwardness for us, because we're having to copy everything in just so it compiles, really. So we are now going to add our square component, aren't we? I think is probably best.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also a bit of CSS from the index.css that we want to add.
Totally. And we can kind of go back to this just so that also shout out to Parth. He's in exams, but
oh yeah, he's doing
still
two university courses, isn't it? He was saying he was doing Parth.
I know he's doing a lot.
Yeah, impressive stuff. All
right. So in that meantime, let me add in that index.css because that's going to be important. Just a quick question. So are we going to be putting the CSS into components, you think, or into the styles for global?
For my version, I think I just had it in the components folder. Yeah. Index.css. I think that's referred to presumably by the board. No, it's not by the board. It is by the, let's have a look. Which one? Where is that index.css being used? I can't work it out.
Yeah, I think I was looking at actually yours, and I think you added it into the game. Or actually not in square. Maybe let's try putting it into the
pages then.
Yeah. We did like global CSS. I'm trying to cross compare.
In this repository, where is it? Yeah, it's imported into _app.js. Oh wow, that's a bit of a sting in the tail, because that's how we import the styles. Yeah. So there's an _app.js in the pages folder.
This one.
Yeah. So
Oh, so we're just going to switch this out, right?
Well, I think, yes, I think we would just switch that out. Yeah. So then we'd import /components/index.css, which is on my repo as well.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Ooh, look at that. That changed real quick.
Cool.
Nice.
So have we got all the components that we need for we've got board, we've got game, we've got square.
I think we got all of them.
Let's have a look.
So let's.
We've got the index.css in the same folder. Did you include it in the same folder?
Yeah. Do you want me to uncomment the board?
Yes, that would be cool.
And I think I uncommented this. Maybe uncommenting this will be helpful. Oh, I double commented it out. Whoops. Unhandled runtime error. These are fun. Where did I think I uncommented something out. Maybe not. Stream built-in components. Check the render method of board.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Figured commenting that out would solve something that it didn't.
So I think we want to be inside. So we've got index.js. We did change the _app.js, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So let's have a look in there.
Maybe, I wonder if we just switch this out. I just wonder what would happen. No. So that's
if you have a look on my version for the _app.js.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pulling it up
just use
now.
that.
That was missing. So maybe that or not.
You might need to restart the server as well. Try that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's doing a lot of stuff. Saying await. Error type is invalid except a string for built-in components. Oh, maybe when we did the remember how we did the bracket? I wonder if it didn't like that. I'm gonna check actually your version. I don't know if that would actually cause an issue or anything. No, that's the same. So board, bracket, and then component for square. Oh, maybe adding this code might help. Maybe.
Oh, well done.
I'll do it.
Good work.
Missing some code there. All right.
Excellent.
Definitely need the square for this to actually work properly.
Yeah. That's brilliant. So we've actually got our board now, haven't we? So if we try playing a game?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go, Shubham? In the squares?
I'm not able to, Tom.
I'll go. Okay, I'll go center.
Center. Okay.
Yeah, is that always the best one to go for?
I think the center is always like because you could go like literally anywhere now.
Yeah, exactly. It gives me power.
Sorry. I have to tell you like which block I have to mark. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You can play for me, Shubham. All right then, Brian. You're next.
Am I next? Okay. All right. I'm gonna do top right.
All right, Shubham, your turn.
Top left.
Top left.
Oh.
This guy? Ooh, okay. I'm gonna do this one.
Oh.
This is a game of strategy.
Wait a second. Wait, you might beat me actually. I'm not sure.
Bottom left.
Bottom left.
You sure? Or might be a draw here. Might be a draw.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a win. It's a win.
Again? Want to go again?
Okay. And in our next episode, we'll give a session. Yeah, let's do another one.
Best 2 out of 3. Gotta do best 2 out of 3. Shovel, you go. Which one?
Mid block.
Middle one?
Mid block.
Cool. Tom, which one? Which one are you going for?
Is it me now? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go top left then. Top left.
Top left. All right. Shove them.
Top right.
Top right.
All right. Bottom left.
Bottom left.
Oh.
It's gonna be a draw, isn't it?
And then mid. Left mid.
Left mid.
Middle.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you've got to go there, haven't you? Yeah, obviously. So I'll go right mid.
Right middle. Ooh, okay.
So like top mid.
This one?
Yeah.
Tom, I know where you shouldn't go. Yeah, exactly. So
let me win.
all right, okay. I think I'll go on the right bottom, actually. I think that might be quite a good one to go for.
This one for you?
Yeah, I'm going to go for that one.
Okay.
I win.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, that was the one. I was like, don't do that one. I was like, are you sure?
Strategic genius.
That is really cool. Yeah.
That's so
it's
funny.
good fun. It's good fun. We've got our tic-tac-toe.
Yeah. Tom, why don't you walk us through a little bit of actually what we did? Because this is kind of interesting. I think the logic of being able to know the winner, right? We're kind of getting this from the array that you talked about. No, maybe we could expand this a little bit more.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, because so this is the winning calculate winner stuff, isn't it? Down here, as you identify. Again, we've got a function, and we've got this for loop, and we've got the A, B, and C, which is const A, B, and C, which is extracting from the lines I section, and then from the squares, we're checking squares A and squares A are equal to squares B and squares A, and that they're equal to squares C. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's quite a and then we return squares A. I'm not doing a very good job here of explaining.
No. This is interesting because it's just interesting how they have all of these. If you know that you have this, and this is kind of how you win. It's just interesting. When you think about this, all the calculations are kind of all mapped out.
Yeah, actually, it's
all
quite
predetermined.
Because there's a Java version of this that someone has done, which is a kind of speed run tic-tac-toe in Java, actually, which is quite nice. I really enjoyed doing that. It's Speed Tacto Richard Wild, which was really nice. There's a video of it actually online, so that's quite a nice one to look at. But this is similar logic, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of we've got all the opportunity. It's all of the options, isn't it, in the lines nested array? Yeah. And then we've got this check. I mean, I have found that. I mean, I've just read it out exactly what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Are we able to get any more enlightenment on that? So we're checking the double equals at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is the logic. This two double equals and an and, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah. So we'll give you a bit more details on that next time, guys. But it's in the React tutorial.
We should definitely do another episode because I feel like the logic is. At least for me from more of a front end perspective, it's kind of I get make this square, pass in these props, and that kind of makes sense. But then when you actually start doing the compute, I know for some people, like they're really interested in so like you're iterating along, these different, patterns, and then that's going to be able to return to you kind of a result, which is calculate winner. And then that's what goes up here. So you're able to see kind of like that value here. That's just index. We can get rid of that. In terms of the game, I mean, that's kind of cool. Because then you can kind of see how, you're able to import this game board. And that's this part.
Yeah, I mean, the really interesting stuff in terms of the React is the use state, isn't it? And that gives us a lot of opportunity for making sure that so the squares and the set squares with the use state function from React. Yeah, that's really, really nice.
You don't have to do the this dot state. This is actually something I'm trying to learn about right now, is like, because we're doing functional, not class based. Yeah, like you said, Tom, like you're able to just declare use state for the array, use state for when the condition is true, because you don't then have to go like, like squares dot or this dot squares dot state and then something like that, and have to pass it in each time. You kind of declare it globally once, and then you can use it throughout the component.
Yeah. So that's really the meat of the React tic-tac-toe tutorial, definitely. And as you can see, guys, we've changed it into functional components. So that's quite a nice with the use state, and also with the props that we're passing from function to function.
Also, something that's probably worth noting, I know this used to always like trip me up in terms of array structure, but how you think like, oh, like why are there not 9? Because 0 is the first declared, component, like or iteration item of an array. So that always just trips me up. So if anyone's like following, that's why there's 8, but there's really 9 squares, because 0 counts. So that's this one, and then it just iterates across, and that really plays into this, because then if you're able to do like, like 0 1 2 0 1 2, and then 3 4 5 3 4 5.
Yeah.
Then it gets into like these other funky ones like 0 3, or what is it? 0, and then 6, something like that. So.
Yeah, 036 is diagonal, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and then you have like the 147, so that's like.
Sorry, 036 is straight down, isn't it? Sorry, 036 is straight down. 147 is straight down in the middle. 258 is straight down on the right-hand side. Then 048 is the diagonal from left to right. Then 258 is from the diagonal from right to left. And then 246 is 246. Which one's 246?
Oh, it's back reverse, I think.
Back reverse. Oh yeah. Yeah, because it's kind of okay. Yeah. Cool. So that's a good study in itself, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
So we'll try and get a bit more clarity on that for next time. We'll definitely give you a bit more of an overview of that function actually in the next session. So we'll get that for you for next time, guys.
Yeah.
I keep on saying guys.
Well, are we gonna try to deploy? What do we think?
Yeah. Let's deploy. Yeah.
Sweet.
So how are we deploying them?
All right. So we're gonna be deploying this with serverless, thanks to NextJS. I'm really using CloudFront and S3 to help us get there. All right.
Yes. Yeah, and we've got, you've used that nice command that we spoke about, isn't it? This AWS underscore profile. So this is a nice bit of AWS CLI ninja work.
Yeah.
In order to change our profile, and we put our details in our credentials file within our .aws, which we usually keep at our root ~.aws/credentials. We're not going to show you that because we don't want to show our credentials on YouTube. But you've done the export AWS underscore profile.
Yeah, we should be there. I'm still in the same account now. So,
Cool.
Tom, are we going to be doing the run deploy? Is that
yeah, so this is the exciting stuff. So from the run deploy, because this is a Next.js app, we've also got our serverless file, which we haven't got yet. So we need to put that in. And this serverless file is in serverless.js. So we want to add that as a extra file in the root.
Sweet. Let me, yeah, so are we going to be adding code, or are we going to run this and then that's going to create?
No, we've got to add this. So on my GitHub, it's on the serverless.js file in the tic-tac-toe serverless folder. Can you see that, Brian? I'll just forward that to you. I'll put it in the Slack.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, let me, I have it open, but I just want to make sure I'm looking at the right spot.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're going to make this as a free floating file. Oh, whoops. It's writing in GitHub. And yeah, so this is just with these items. So it's in the app.
Yes.
In the root.
Yeah, it's got to be within the root of the app. Cool.
And we're going to be doing some module exports, and then this site is going to be with SLS, next serverless component. So we're using that serverless framework we talked about before, right, to help us get this ready to deploy.
Excellent. Yes. So this will then create a .serverless file, won't it, Brian? Which will then tell us where it's being deployed. And we can perhaps have a little overview, but we can show you a bit more detail next time. So we're going to do...
and I'm just going to add that in there. So deploy.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, I think that should be everything, because we're running in the scripts. Tic-tac-toe. I'm just making sure like we got everything here. So build, start, SLS, dependencies. Oh, and in terms of dev dependencies, should we add serverless in here?
That's
sure?
right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So dash, if we want to deploy it from the CLI, we might want to do npm install dash $D, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you able to, I always forget this, but are you able to add it into the package.json and then do npm install and it'll add it?
Yes, you can do that, I think, yeah, if you want.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I'm going to try that. Sweet. All right, I'm going to copy this because that's an important command per our conversation before.
Excellent.
All right, let's do cd tic-tac-toe and then npm install so we can get that serverless framework. This is a really great tool. I'm really impressed with this. I'm going to actually pop this up on the screen just so that people can take a look at this, because it makes it so easy to just deploy CloudFront on AWS. I'm also like big on the brand, and like I really just jam with how they present it. Like it looks so modern and sleek. Look at this. And they have all these companies that are working with them. Like, that's really cool.
Yeah, it is a really good tool, I think, serverless framework. I think one disadvantage might be that it does perhaps extract or abstract quite a lot of the stuff that, like, for instance, we were kind of thinking, oh, what has it created? So that's one thing.
True.
Yeah. But I mean, we know that it creates a Lambda and I believe an S3 bucket as well to keep all of the well, assets, isn't it? That's what we call it. And and also it's got the as you say, the CloudFront as well at edge. Yeah. So it runs at edge as well, which is nice. Cool. And it's got a nice red box in the CLI as well, which is nice.
Sweet. I'm just gonna make sure that this added it. Okay, cool. So we got that, and it added all the serverless components or all the packages and everything.
Interesting, yeah.
So I think we should be good to go. Oh yeah, there's probably a lot of Git stuff going on. All right, so are we ready to deploy this?
Yeah, this is countdown to deploy. Right, big stuff.
All right, sweet. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, this looks so cool. Like I love this kind of a little bit more than just the React app, because I love how when it's deploying it, this like has that countdown timer.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's great.
And I'm gonna try to find that website that we were on, because it walked through the just the different parts. It was like the oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you don't mind putting that up, then we can just have a quick talk through that. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, because I thought that this was really interesting. Oh, the Lambda at edge, and I think it was like here.
Cool.
So hopefully people can see that.
Yeah, I think that's another thing. This server-side rendered pages. I think it was mentioned conversation with a colleague that the advantage of this framework NextJS is that you can take as much as you want. So server-side rendering is quite a complex topic, but we don't have to engage with it this early on. We can just use it as if you see what I mean. We can just use the abstraction to create our own deployment of a React application.
Exactly.
So so if we go to that URL, it takes a while, doesn't it, Brian?
Yeah, this is definitely not going to load when we go to it. But while it is waiting to load, it might be actually helpful to kind of walk through like what it's doing. Like we see CloudFront, we see bucket name, distribution ID. So, Tom, like, I mean, you have a better sense of this because, you were the one who built Ticketo in the first place. But like, but as we're still learning, right? So at least from what we were talking before, right? So it's using CloudFront to really help package this up to then be able to go on the internet. And maybe it might be worth kind of like showing people what CloudFront is.
Yeah.
What do we think?
So CloudFront, definitely. So we've got a statement on CloudFront. This is a content delivery network from AWS. And it's a fast content delivery network service that securely delivers data, videos, applications, and APIs. So CloudFront includes AWS Shield, Web Application Firewall, and also Route 53.
I think this is probably the most important, because when you're building apps and software, right, you want to make sure that it's protected and that it's safe. Just especially now in COVID, there's a whole bunch of vulnerabilities now with people that are like trying to get access to systems because everything's more remote. So we have to be more careful with how we build our apps and our software. So yeah, Tom, like you just said, I love how it's including all of these different packages in CloudFront. So Shield, WAF, Web Application Firewall, Route 53, preventing against a lot of the network-based attacks and the DDoS attacks. I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about that, but those are pretty scary things. So we want to be able to make sure that we're building secure and safe software. I mean, even though this is like tic-tac-toe, even still, we want to make sure that it is a safe and secure tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, we might not have all of that on our application, but definitely it's good that we've got access to that. And we can do that going forward, Scott. Yeah, we're happy. We want to use this as a basis to build from, isn't it?
Exactly.
So we want to have this. At least we're going to possibly use this for our group blog, and we can keep our tic-tac-toe on there. Obviously, we'll try and neaten it up a bit, put it in a bit more CSS styles, perhaps at some point.
All right.
But and
want to try refreshing and see?
Yeah, let's have a look.
All right. Oh, refresh. All right.
Wow.
Oh,
come on.
It's
This is
deployed.
big. This is big. So
look at that. It's right there.
So you saw it live.
That's awesome.
This is great.
Should we all do tic-tac-toe? You guys on the deployed site now?
Yeah, to celebrate. Tic-tac-toe.
Are you guys? Which one is X? Which one's O? You too.
Mid. Start from mid.
Okay.
All right, this is you.
So you're X. All right.
Tom,
Okay,
where
I'll
you
go
going?
for my old trusty top left.
Top left.
Yeah.
Left mid.
Oh, this one, left mid.
You're going for left mid.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got to go for right mid to respond to that.
Doesn't leave you much of a choice.
Upper mid.
Upper mid. This one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go for mid bottom.
Mid
I'm
bottom.
a very passive player here, I'm afraid.
I know. Shabam's like going for going for the game win right here.
I guess I would let Tom win this game.
You can't. I don't think I can win it. I'm not sure I can win it.
Okay. Right top right.
Right top here.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll go for right bottom just to get a result.
That's you.
Yeah, I'm not sure we take account of draw, actually. I'm not sure we take account of draw in our game. Do we have draw? I don't think so.
Shubham, did you actually win? With the
but Shubham's won, so congratulations, Shubham.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I'm just saying, in the logic of our game, I'm not sure we take account for a draw. Do we have a draw?
True. Let's find out. I think actually, why don't we try to do a draw and see what happens?
No. Okay.
So I guess it just defaults to next player if no one wins.
Yeah. So there's more to be done, definitely.
Yeah. And maybe that could be logic that we add in later on where, if it's one of these other ones, so like if you choose like this, and this, so maybe that's like 4 pieces, then, make a for loop where then that yields, like draw or something like that, or calculate draw.
Yeah, we can look at that, definitely. Cool, and we'll build on this next time. So next time we're gonna build on this, and we perhaps have a look at adding Route 53 for this, perhaps. Couldn't we?
That'd be cool if we dove into more kind of like serverless functions. Like those are interesting for a lot of people.
Serverless functions, definitely. So get stuck into serverless functions and perhaps a bit of Route 53. Yeah. Brilliant. Well, absolute pleasure as ever, guys. We're really smashing it. I'm so pleased we've got our group together.
Yeah.
And it's next week, same time.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
I almost wonder, because we have the podcast and the vlog, I wonder what this is going to be interesting to listen to. Because we do explain a lot of the code, verbally as well as screen share. So I feel like if anyone's listening to this over the podcast, definitely check out the YouTube channel, the AWSome podcast, because it's a little hard to do audio and coding.
I didn't actually think about that. Yeah, that's
true.
But
we did a good job, Tom, especially like you and Shabam. I think we all were explaining the code as we went along, the reason for using it. So
and we'll try and include the links on the podcast as well, can't we? The links that people can follow.
Tom, maybe we could link to your GitHub for this.
Or we'll at least include the links for the Next.js, the React tutorial, and also we can include the links for my my blog as well. For my GitHub version as well. I can put that up, and we can we'll get that done for you by Monday, guys. Yeah.
Sweet. This was so much fun.
Brilliant.
I love this.
Excellent. All right. Well, absolute pleasure, and looking forward to next time.
Yeah, looking forward to next time, you guys.
All right.
Just a minute, guys. Just to put an echo on a thing, if any of you guys want to collaborate with us, share your AWS projects and experiences and knowledge, then please feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Any of us. Yeah. So it's just our start, and we would love to collaborate with you all. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, totally. That'd be awesome. Even if anyone wants to collaborate on an app, or maybe they have like a repo and they want to put it on AWS or deploy it live, that'd be really fun.
Yeah,
definitely.
Sweet.
Yeah, and we've learned a lot even just doing this, haven't we? Actually, it's been a really good experience. So
yeah, this is great, and this is what people really want to see. There's all these business and about the tech, but I feel like they don't dig into like the actual substance of like how do you make this stuff.
Yeah. So we'll hopefully we'll see a progression as we go along as well.
Definitely.
Good.
This will be really fun.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll take this down off of YouTube. But yeah, and then we'll publish this on podcast and
See you next week, guys. Yeah.
Cool. See y'all next week, everyone.
See ya. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Tom, for letting me win. 2 times.
You get all the viral glory, Shabam.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Virtual trophy.
Yeah.
All right. Later, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.